it's Chantel with Wildberry Quilting, and today is a floss tube video. So let's hop right in. Now I'm going to start with finishes, and then we'll move into whips and then new starts. And let me tell you, you want to stick around for the new starts because I've lost my mind. Oh boy, wait till you see what I've gotten myself into. So, first off, finishes. This is the Hobbit house, and I just love it. It was such a pain with all of those little scraggly, rooty areas and the 20 count Ada, and oh my gosh, but you know what? I think it was worth it in the end. I really like it. I think it came out fantastic. And this border is just so pretty, isn't it? I love how the gate just goes right into the border. It's a part of it. And I did take your guys' suggestions, and I did the signature in one of the colors of floss from the project. So I used the same color that's used on the snouts of the little pigs. I think it came out really well. I like it. It's still kind of petite, and you still kind of got to look at it to understand what it's saying, but I think it's better than it was in the gold, and it was certainly a lot easier to stitch than the gold. But I don't know. I probably would have normally chosen to use the same color as what was in the flowers, but since it was right there, so close to that border, I was worried that if I used the same color that was one of the border colors, it would kind of mess up the look of the border and make it look like it was too chunky there or something. So that's why I decided to go with something more from the interior, and that was one of the only colors besides the blue in the windows that was only interior. So I like it though. I think it came out good, and I need to do something to try to frame it or, finish it in some way because it's got to be displayed. And that is what the back looks like. There are definitely some knots there. I'm not even going to joke or lie with you guys. There are definitely knots there, like that one. Yikes. But I still think it looks really cool on the back. I enjoy looking at the backs of pieces. If you guys don't want to see the backs, I mean, like, I don't have to show them, but I think it's kind of cool to see the backs of everybody's projects because it's like you can learn more from a project by also seeing the back of it, and that's how I look at it. So I feel like other people probably want to see them too. All right, this has to go off to the side because that is new start. You guys gonna have to wait on that one. But it's pretty cool, so I'm excited for that one. Okay. And this is so close to being done. It's not quite there yet, but it is so close to being done. The last time you saw this, I did not have any of these leaves in here or the flower buds. And now I've got all of this. I've just got to finish up these buds. And that's the alarm on my phone. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So let's see. I did not have any of these flower buds or leaves done. So all of that is new. And this one kind of looks hollow because I haven't completed those two. But once I get done with that, then I need to come down into this area and do a lot of half stitches. And I think there's a little bit of back stitching on the rose and maybe the butterfly, and then that's it. So I'm getting really close. I'm really excited about that, and I can't wait to finish it up and hang it up somewhere because I love that one. I think it came out so good, and it's also just so nice and relaxing to work on. I've really been enjoying it so much. All right, let's look at the car one. That is another one that I've gotten a lot of stitching done on, and which is great because this car one, it's like I never get that much stitching done on it, and this time I actually did. So look at my little kitty cat. It is definitely coming along. He's finally got a nose. And the little strawberry basket is complete now. I went through and I added all of the little, bless you. I went through and I added all of the little centers to the flowers that were missing and little white parts to the strawberries that were missing. And oh yeah, and I added these little flowers that are kind of interspersed throughout randomly, and that strawberry. So what do I have left to do? There are 3 little butterflies that are like floating around in this area. And I haven't started on those yet. So I've got to complete the butterflies, and then I think this is all done. And I don't know if that will be done by the next time I see you or not, but I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful that by the next Flosstube video, those will be done. It's kind of hit or miss as to whether I get time to work on it in the car or not. So, but it's been a nice little project that's not too overwhelming to work on in the car, and I can easily just pick it up and put it down and right in the middle of a stitch. It's no big deal. I definitely like this one too. This was a nice, simple, relaxing pattern. And this pattern is from Stitch with Coffee on Etsy. And I will link her down below so that you can find her. I think I've been forgetting to mention that in each Flosstube video, and I definitely want to be able to give credit where credit is due and send you guys to these amazing designers when possible. Which means that I should probably let you know about the other ones too. You guys know the Fabulous House because I open that each month. That one is, I think it's like Country Garden Samplings or something like that. But that one, I do every month. And this one, I don't know. I have no idea. It is in another language, and I don't even know what I did with the packaging of it. So I couldn't show it to you either. But I got it on Etsy, and well, my husband got it for me. I kind of picked it out, but this was a Christmas present, and I told him I'd really like this, and I've been so happy with it. But it is, the name of the shop I think is Wizardy, and they're on Etsy. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what the designer is. Hopefully, if you go check them out their shop or whatever, you'll be able to come across it. Maybe type in roses or rose garden or something. But they have a lot of different kits, and that's what that was a kit. All right. On to this one. This is our strawberry jar one. And oh my gosh, what have I got going on here? I've got thread hanging from my project because apparently I stopped in the middle of a stitch. Oh my gosh. And it's got a needle hanging from Oh, I'm terrible. What am I like? Okay. So, what did I get done? Wait, which way's up? Okay, I think this is up. So, I have not finished the orange slice or whatever it is, but I have gotten a lot done on it. So, I mean, that's good. It's at least improved. There's a lot more filled in. I think I only had like maybe, I don't know. It wasn't this much though. It was like maybe half or a third of that. And if I turn it around, you can kind of get an idea as to how much more I've gotten accomplished, or maybe not. Maybe it still just looks like an orange blob. But that's where I'm at on that. This is the chart that I got from VIP Cross Stitch. And it is supposed to look like, let me pull out the actual pattern. It is supposed to look like this when it is done, which I still just adore that picture, and I really hope it does look like that because I think it's beautiful. I know it's just a jar of fruit, but what can I say? Everybody's got their taste, right? I think it's gorgeous. I love the colors in it. I love fruit and berries, but you know that already. Oh, I definitely need to get back to that one since I clearly have threads hanging and I'm in the middle of a stitch, and yeah, that's just chaos. I definitely need to get back to it. I have not been stitching on any of my printed cross stitch since I hurt my thumb. Uh, I hurt it while bowling and it was pretty bruised, and I can still cross stitch, but I'm nervous about cross stitching on the printed charts because they are stiff enough that it requires a little bit more pressure and strength to pull the needle through. And I'm worried that I'm going to hurt myself further if I try to stitch on the printed charts. So I've pretty much just been sticking to the counted for now. This was already brought to this point with before I got injured. So so that's why that is stuck there where it's at and has no further progression past that mid stitch. And the autumn one that I have, the great big one, I don't have any progression whatsoever on that one because I didn't get a chance to work on it before I got injured. So, it's just one of those things. That one I was in the process of, and the other one I hadn't started yet. So I kind of switch around based on what I feel like working on. And it just didn't get love this time because, it is what it is. All right, here we go. This is my new start, and I'm so excited for it. I can't even tell you. I have been looking at this pattern for ages. It is called Moth to a Flame, and it is from Sprouting Lupine on Etsy. Now, this is what the pattern looks like. And mine is not going to look anything like that because I have gone insane with my floss choices. I have taken creative liberties, guys, and my moth is not going to be blacks and grays and stuff. It is going to be greens, and it's going to be have some purple and blue on it, and I'm going to have the little flame part on there is going to be like, red or orange or something, and I just don't know what I'm doing. I'm going crazy. But I'm having fun, and this is either going to be an amazing success or a terrible failure. And either way, I'm going to frame it and put it in my sewing room, because it's either going to be there to be like, yeah, maybe you ought to rein yourself in a little bit sometimes, or it's going to be a testament to embrace the chaos. So far, it looks very much like the original, because I am doing all of these leaves in black. Like, all of this border is still going to be black, just like the original chart. But when it comes time to start that moth, it's going to be something, and I can't wait to find out which way it's going to go. It's going to be fun though. And yes, I did end up using a 20 count Aida after the whole Hobbit house. I do really like how it came out, even though it was a pain with all of those Rudy bits. I do like how the 20 count came out, and I already had this in 20 count, and I thought that this color would just be so much fun to put my moth on. And yes, of course, I have to have a moth needle minder. I just have to. That's not what my moth's going to look like. I probably should have put the lunar moth needle minder on it, because that's probably more color-wise what it's going to look like. But it's not going to look anything like the lunar moth either. It's just going to be its own different, mostly greenish, crazy moth. But it's going to be fun. And I can't wait to see it come alive, or, go crazy. Either way, I'm going to have fun seeing what happens. And that's the important thing, right? I hope you guys are going to have as much fun seeing what happens with my moth as I do. Because I'm definitely going to have fun with it. And I'm going to show it to you guys no matter what, even if it looks insane and doesn't come out how I'm hoping. It's still going to be fun to bring you guys along for that journey. And if you want to see what these flosses look like against this fabric choice, look at this. Ah! Aren't they pretty? I think they look pretty together. Like I said, it's either going to be epic or disaster. All right, that is everything for today. I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye.